Welcome in, everyone. We have a very exciting topic to talk about, a topic nobody saw coming, and that is Trump's bombshell announcement that he, no pun intended, that he ordered a massive military strike to be carried out. Before we get into all of that, as always, please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. I want to hear your comments on the strike that we are about to talk about, and please make sure that you're like and subscribe. So let's get into it. It was right around lunchtime. I was drinking a little bit of coffee, getting ready for lunch, when I saw a tweet pop up from President Trump announcing that a massive military strike had been carried out against ISIS. I'm going to read you the tweet right now. This morning, I ordered precision military airstrikes on the senior ISIS attack planner and other terrorists he recruited and led in Somalia. These killers, who were found hiding in caves, threaten the United States and our allies. The strikes destroyed the caves they live in and killed many terrorists without in any way harming civilians. Our military has targeted this ISIS attack planner for years, but Biden and his cronies wouldn't act quickly enough to get the job done. I did. The message to ISIS and all others who would attack Americans is that, in all caps, we will find you and we will kill you. We will find you and we will kill you. That is about as direct, as blunt as it can possibly get. This is a statement from Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth. At President Trump's direction and in coordination with the federal government of Somalia, we authorized U.S. Africa Command to conduct coordinated airstrikes today targeting ISIS Somalia operatives in the Golis Mountains. Our initial assessment is that multiple operatives were killed in the airstrikes and no civilians were harmed. This action further degrades ISIS's ability to plot and conduct terrorist attacks threatening U.S. citizens, our partners, and innocent civilians, and sends a clear signal that the United States always stands ready to find and eliminate terrorists who threaten the United States and our allies, even as we conduct robust border protection and many other operations under President Trump's leadership. Now, we have something even cooler than that. Footage of the strike was declassified and released to the public. I had wanted to show you the footage in this video, but thanks to rules and restrictions or whatever, the video is not allowed to be showed on YouTube. So you can find it on my Twitter/X feed at D Hookstead, DHOOKSTAD. That's my place over on X. It is my pinned tweet currently. You can watch the whole video in there. What we're going to try to do here is I will throw up some screenshots of the actual strike because, again, we can't play the video. You're going to be able to see these screenshots and see right away the level of power that was brought to bear. Right? I mean, they rained fire down on those things from above. It's not known yet at this time of filming what exact ordinances were used, but we're talking about a cave system that they wanted to take out. Generally speaking, when you want to take out a cave system, you can use thermobaric weapons. That is what we used in the Tora Bora Mountain when they were hunting bin Laden in 2001 in Afghanistan. They are absolutely devastating weapons. I mean, when you want to take out a cave and you want to collapse it, the tools we have in our tool chest to do that are just, I mean, there's not even really words to describe the power that those things can put on target, as they like to say, warheads on foreheads. But more importantly, what I want to talk about is this is about sending a message. This is about sending a signal. And what President Trump and the United States military did here was they reached out and they touched a target on the other side of the world, in Somalia, in Africa. And it's a reminder it's many things, but one of the big things it is it's a reminder that our military, if we decide we want to do a coordinated strike, we decide we want to reach out and touch somebody somewhere, there is not anything on the planet they can do to stop our planes from coming in and just shellacking dudes, which is what you saw in this video. I don't know if there were any survivors. I would find it, to be quite honest with you, a bit difficult to believe that's the case because, again, when you're talking about cave systems and you're collapsing caves, it's not just that the explosive charge, the detonation can get you. It's you could get caught in the collapse, the pressure. I mean, when a bomb hits, there is a massive, massive pressure change That can kill you, often does what actually kills people in bombings. But let this be a message to anyone, like Trump said, will find you and kill you. If you threaten the United States and we know where you are and we can get to you, this, what you just saw, the video you just saw, that's how that story ends. That's how the story of people that want to hurt America ends. Always. Now, it might take time, might take a couple attempts, but that is how that story is going to end. It's not going to end with the bad guys running off into the sunset in retirement. I don't think the life expectancy for known enemies of the United States is particularly long. In fact, I know it's not long at all. And let me throw in another little curveball here, because there's the micro, which is the targeted attack that we saw in Somalia, the targeted military strike. That's the micro. That was one target, one operation. But let's zoom out a little bit. Let's go to the macro. And I know we've been talking about it a lot, but it does apply here. Imagine you're a drug cartel, and you are an organization who thinks that you can't be touched. And all of a sudden, you fire up your phone, you fire up X, and what do you see? You see a statement from the President of the United States that we just launched a massive strike against an ISIS leader in Somalia. Then you see the footage come out, which looks like it's just, for lack of a better term, hell on earth. Again, I don't know how anyone could have been in that and survived. Maybe some people did. I don't know. Obviously, if they're all bad guys, I certainly hope not. Trump and Hookstead both said that there were absolutely no civilians harmed. You love to hear that. You never, ever want to see civilians hurt. It sometimes happens in war. It is never a good thing. It is never something that should be celebrated. It is never something that should be applauded. I understand it happens. It should be avoided at all costs if possible. And fortunately, the United States military, there's no military in the world or on the planet that does a better job of protecting civilian life in combat than the United States does. Look at the Battle of Fallujah. We could have gone in and just, bombed the city to ashes, and we didn't. We sent in men to go door to door. So when anyone tells you that the United States military doesn't do that, they're lying to you, and you should absolutely laugh in their face because they have no idea what they're talking about. But back to the original point, if I was a cartel leader and I saw this, you got to think that this is also sending a message to them. And the message it's sending to them is, you think that we can't go to Somalia, halfway across the world, thousands of miles away, and just obliterate these dudes, but we can't fly south of the border and do the exact same thing to you? To quote legendary hockey coach Herb Brooks, you got another thing coming. So there's a lot of moving pieces here. I'm sure more details will come out in coming days. This, to me, is the best indication yet that the United States, a new day is here. We have a new president. He's not playing games. He is going to crush the enemy. He's going to use the United States military effective and efficiently. And if you're a bad guy, you just got a front row seat to what's going to happen to you if you want to threaten the United States of America, whether it's terrorist or eventually, if this is the decision made to go after the cartels. What are the cartels going to do if bombers start appearing above their head? The answer is nothing. There's nothing they can do. And I know people always talk, well, they got armored vehicles and they got AK-47s and they got, intelligence. All that's true. I'm not discounting any of that. Do they have the ability to take down planes 30,000 feet above them? Absolutely not. It is shock and awe. Whether it's ISIS, the cartels, or some other group, there's going to be hell to pay if you want to threaten Americans, and Trump made that crystal clear on Saturday. If you made it this far in the video, it means you like what you saw. Please like and subscribe. It really helps. And comment below. I want to read all your comments below about what you think about Trump just whacking this ISIS guy, taking out a bunch of ISIS people in Somalia. I'll catch you all next time.